If you give me 2 seconds of your time, I'd just like to say a massive thank you for following me so far. This really can't be done without you, the listeners. So thank you. Welcome to Underdog to Owner podcast, where we dive into inspiring stories from entrepreneurs and innovators. I'm your host, Paul Atkins, and today I'm excited to be joined by Bill, entrepreneur and boxing coach. He's built a gym with a completely different feel, training, recovery, sauna and spa, a members-only facility, and behind it all, his own journey. Now he's helping kids overcome their challenges outside the ring, not just inside the ring. Let's go. Welcome, Bill. Honestly, I appreciate your time because I know you're busy and I know it's hectic here as well. So
you're very welcome, man.
No, I appreciate it. And it's, just to get this out there, it is impressive. Like, I've been in a boxing gyms in my time. It's probably one of the best ones I've ever been in.
Really?
But it is the best one I've been in. That's by a country mile.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, no, it is impressive, Bill. And obviously, it's in Essex. Location is
Ongar.
Yeah,
Ongar, Essex.
You've never heard of that?
Some people haven't. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's a lovely little village.
But obviously you got your Harlow next to it. You got Chelmsford.
Yeah.
You got Epping. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Nice catchment.
Come off the M11.
Yeah.
So come off at Harlow and then you ain't too far away.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm pleased with how it's turned out. To be fair.
I love the black and gold. We was talking about it off air, weren't we? And it's the bollocks. Like I genuinely mean it. It's slick. It looks good.
Yeah, I try and keep it as clean as we can.
It looks spotless, mate, to be fair. It's the cleanest gym I've ever been in. Yeah, some of the shit I was up in.
I think it's quite important, you know, if you're trying to create something and you're dealing with the public and you've got a members gym, you know, you've got to keep it to a respectable
Agree, and you have.
Way, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks good, and I was a little bit blown away when I walked in. And then I've had a walk around at the back, and you've got like your spas and your saunas, and it's
mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's crazy. But obviously, I think we start with your childhood. Like, what was it like growing up?
Do you know what? I had a really, really good childhood.
Did you?
Like, my mum and dad are just unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? Really lovely people.
Nice.
All my family are, to be fair. Yeah. But I was just a menace, mate. I was just an absolute menace. But I can't even tell you certain things on here because just you wouldn't believe. I was literally like Dennis the Menace times 10, and now I've been repaid back with my own little boy, who's Dennis the Menace also. Do you know what I mean?
The apple's never too far.
No, but he's, I wouldn't change him for the world either. Do you know what I mean? You know, when you start, he's always buzzing around and this and that and doing things he shouldn't, but I just feel like that's just character. Do you know what I mean? And you just got to let him do his own thing, and it is stressful at times, and it does cause arguments in the household. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because it is like stressful, but yeah, I just think.
So your childhood was fairly normal. Yeah.
Proper normal.
School.
Yeah. School.
How did you do?
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
I think I got kicked out of probably every school I went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remind me of my sister.
Yeah, but I'm not proud of it though.
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, I sit here and laugh, but then I think, just get your head down. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I couldn't help it. I was ADHD. My mum used to have to put like tablet forms into my food, into certain drinks, to calm me down. I was just, mate.
So you had it bad, the ADHD?
Yeah, I was just mad of it.
The problem is back then, it wasn't really diagnosed as well as it should be, and you were just naughty, right? They treated you as just a naughty kid with all this aggression and energy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean.
And I feel sorry for me mum and dad, do you know?
Yeah.
So, mum and dad, if you're watching, I do apologise.
I think I was always a good kid, right? But my sister was thrown out of every school in Maidstone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. That comes from my mum's side of her family. She's completely different from me. She's my sister and I love her more than the world. Yeah. But she was very similar.
Yeah.
I've looked back. So So I've got, obviously my mum had oh God, 4 sisters. I'll get this wrong, but I think it's 4 sisters and 1 brother, and 1 passed. So she had 5 sisters, 1 brother, and one of the sisters married into Irish.
Oh, really?
Hence the boxing.
Yes. Yeah.
He like Mark. He was a pro. He had 30 pro fights. Yeah, he was decent, to be fair. Mark was, but that's where the Irish come from. So I don't know. But I know that the beanie is Romanian, and the Romanian gypsies.
Okay,
So yeah, it was massively in Tunbridge Wells, High Brooms. That's where we're from. So yeah.
So my mum and dad took on a hotel in Eastbourne. So we used to come home every weekend, and we used to go past Tunbridge Wells like every week. Do you know what I mean?
We used to go through.
It's nice up there.
It's lovely. It's lovely, but we were in the rough part.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's fine. But so you obviously with your schooling, you left school with, you didn't leave school with much?
Left school with no grades at all. Yeah, I think I was that much of a fool when I was in school.
Yeah.
I was trying to be the class clown all the time.
Yeah.
And I think I even got chucked out of my exam hall because I was messing around in an actual exam. Like, who does that? Do you know what I mean?
No.
And when I talk about it, I think, idiot. But, you know, here I am now.
It's the journey.
It's the journey. It is the journey,
isn't it?
you know? Like, just because, you know, I say to kids now, like, when they're in the gym and they say to me, I hate school and all that. And I go to them, no. Like, I stop and I'm like, school's the best time of your life. Like before you know it, bang. So like, enjoy this time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and they're like looking at me with a weird face.
Yeah.
I would do anything to go back and do it again. I wouldn't want to change what I've got now because I feel so blessed of what I've got. Like my wife, my children. That's what gets me up in the morning. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah.
And that's what makes me. Sometimes you don't want to get up, do you?
No,
sometimes
of course.
I feel burnt out with it. This job. I do feel burnt out with it because it's an active job. You know, I'm not coming in sitting behind the counter and sitting around and whatever. This is like constantly for like some days 10, 12 hours a day.
Yeah, that can take its toll.
Yeah, and then I'm going home and I'm literally floating.
Yeah.
So, and everyone who works the same job as me will understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
because other people wouldn't who don't do that line of work. So any boxing trainer or any PT that are booked up with a client base will know if they're doing the paddles and the pads all the time and they're doing the boxing movements, it is so draining.
Yeah, I bet. It's an exercise. You're constantly exercising
all
day.
But then I think, like, don't moan about it because you could be, I don't know, you could be labouring for someone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Done that.
Yeah, I've done it.
You've done it.
I've done it. I've done everything.
Yeah.
You know, and I've failed at so many businesses that I've tried to do. I've failed at them, but that's just part of the journey.
Well, yeah. When you left school, you needed to find work. I take it, a bit like myself. No qualifications, a bit like myself. Nothing. I had nothing. I left at 15. What did you do?
So I left school and I asked my dad to get me a loan, and I love cars.
Right.
I love cars, mad about cars. So I actually opened up my own company, I think about at the age of 18, and that was an alloy wheel refurbishment company. So I was labouring for someone, and then I was obviously learning it. You know how it works. You learn the trade and try and want to go off on your own. And that's sort of what happened. I had a van mobile, massive big Volkswagen Crafter van, and at the time it sounds cringy now. Do you know what I mean? It is cringy, but it was catchy. So when Only Way is Essex was out there and it was like the big thing, everyone into it, I thought, what can I call this company, right? And it was quite clever from me, really. As much as people might have laughed at me, I didn't care because it done well for itself. And Joey used to always say about Ream, Ash Ream, mate, didn't he? So I called it Ream Wheels.
Makes sense.
And then I put on above it, The Only Way is Refurb.
Did ya?
Instead of The Only Way is Essex, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, catch it.
So I created that. My dad got me the loan. So I got the van and I got everything. I went up to Portsmouth to do the course, the alloy wheel course, knowing how to rub the wheel down, blah, blah, blah. And then I just got quite good at it and off I went. So that was my step out of school.
Yeah.
I went straight into being my own boss. And I've always had that mentality of, I don't want someone telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just don't want someone bossing me around.
No.
But sometimes I've found, like in life, when you are trying to do it on your own, sometimes it's easier for someone to just pay your money in your account every month. Yeah, or every week or every month and say, there you go, thank you very much. Then you haven't got any egg. Because when you know what it's like. When you own your own businesses, it's very stressful. It can take your life over, and you know you can get in some dark places with it.
Yeah, especially at the start. No one give you a book to say, well, this is how you do it, Bill. Yeah. This is how you run this is how you run an alloy, business. Yeah. You're a kid, really.
Yeah, I'm a kid. Yeah.
And that
drive a massive big van.
Exactly, a massive figure. You don't know taxes. You don't know how business. You've got no business idea or sense because you're still young. It's a big step for a kid as such, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you must have come against some right obstacles and some. I bet. Yeah. But they're your failures, right? They're the obstacles are the stuff that you learn. How long was you doing that for?
18, 19, 20, 21, 20, maybe 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Oh, wow.
I've done it a few years. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed it. Yeah. When I used to do a wheel, rub it down, get it up to prep, get it painted and it dried off under them lamps, it used to be worth it. Because it's like, look at that. And then I used to say, do you want the calipers done while the wheels are off? And I used to get I never used to just lash it up. Everything was perfection with me. Like everything I do, I try and do it to the best of my ability. Yeah. So like I'd mask it up properly. I'd take my time on it. Yeah, it might take me 2-3 hours more, but at least, do you know what I mean? I used to put the stickers onto the caliper. So I used to have like an Aldi sticker, and then I used to lacquer over them. Nice. You know what I mean? Little things that no one done. Just them little touches. So yeah, like I did enjoy it, and then come winter time, hated it.
Yeah.
Or
outside a lot.
Or when you're doing someone's, I was doing Lamborghinis. I was doing some proper cars.
Yeah, nice.
And if they've been in a car wash with silicone, that silicone reacts to your solvent paint, right? And it reacts to the wheel, and then you've got a headache. So anyone who knows about that sort of line of work, solvent paint don't go with silicone because it makes like spider webs.
Oh, does it?
It creates just a massive problem. So
okay.
And I'll tell you a funny story quickly. I had done some work for a fella called Johnny Palmer, right? A Johnny Goldfinger. They used to call him, from Tenerife. Yeah. Well, we knew him. Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do now. Yeah. I do. Yeah.
And he's probably like, he's probably one of the richest men I've probably ever known. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And he used to bid me like, go on, do them for 35 quid a wheel and that. And I used to think, mate, you're worth an absolute fortune. Like, I think he had more money than George Michael at one point. Oh, wow. He was like a level with a Queen or Saint Man.
Ridiculous money.
Yeah, like ridiculous. And then he's bidding me 35, 40 quid a wheel.
That's what they do.
I know, it's crazy.
Mad, isn't it?
And then I remember once, I'd done this, he said, you can do all these cars. He had about 30 of them. He said, do them all, just go through them. And I'm out the back one day, and I really wanted to get this done and get out of there. And I got them done, I took my time with them, I turned round, the spider webbed all over the wheel, right? Well, I started smashing all the van up. So the van's rocking, I am attacking my own van inside, and the van must be going like this. Imagine, well, as I've opened the door in a rage, Johnny Palmer's standing there, he went, right, Bill, you okay? I went, no, not really, John, I'm going to have to come back, mate. He went, don't stress, and I thought, now you don't realise I'm doing a £35 a wheel because I've got so many to do. I've got to wait for these for at least 4 or 5 days for them to dry properly so I can DA them. Just a waste of, honestly, just little things
money.
Like that. No money, I'm doing
at a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we funny enough, the last guy that I interviewed, Lee, talks about when he first ever set his academy up. And when you listen to the podcast, he basically sits there and says, we did all this first time when we turned up, I think there was 15 kids and we were over the moon, first ever session, blah, blah, blah. And we had these brand new I think it was McDonald's balls, like, you know, whatever. He says, and we got so excited. He said, we ended up giving the ball to the kid, like the 15 balls out. And I said, how much did you lose? He said, yeah, we made no money on the first, you know, thing. And things like that, and things like that, the process of learning the right and wrong way. Yeah. I think that's, I think everything you fail or mess up with, you go, well, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, do you know what? I feel like I've lived such... I'm a trier at
the
end of the day, and no one can ever knock me for that.
No.
I've tried at everything. But I definitely wouldn't want my kids having the life that I've had.
No.
As in the stress, the stress levels come like through the roof, and I don't want them to have that.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Because stress can kill you. You know.
Well, you're building something. You've built something. Sorry, that probably will take that away from you. You know, because if you know, your sense of what you've gone through, not just with this, but the sense of what you've gone through emotionally or whatever mistakes that you've made, you'll hopefully educate them to not make the same ones.
100%.
And that's I'm the same. My girls are. You wouldn't believe. Well, my eldest. You wouldn't believe that she's my eldest because she speaks very, very well, very posh. You know, she's like you're like. Where's she come from?
Yeah, it's great though.
It's amazing. Yeah. And she, you know, she's flying, and my youngest is the same. She's flying as well. So kind of like you educate them to be.
Yeah, like basically don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because I've been there, I've done it, and you know, I just when I sit here and think about it, I just want them to have just. Yeah, it's been a stressful ride.
Yeah.
And sort of we're here now, and
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy. We're here, and it's just sort of starting to settle, and. I do stand back and think, bloody hell, like it's you know it has turned out well, and who knows in the future?
Yeah.
You know, number two.
Why not? Like I think that's the scope, isn't it? It's like never stand still, you know, especially in your industry. Anyway, I mean, you're never going to stand still in a ring. So the alloy, where did you go from there? From the alloy to the stepping stone? Did you go right? Enough now. I'm done with this.
So I got out of I had all contracts as well. I had like a BMW contract at Sitner. I had a few bits. It was all right.
Yeah.
But I just lost the love for it.
Right. Okay.
I lost the love for it.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel my fingers.
It's not your passion.
Sore fingers. I've got paint all over me. I'm breathing in solvent paint. Like I don't want to do this all my life. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get it.
So. Yeah, I moved on. I think I sold it off in the end. And then the next thing, what did I do on the next thing? I opened up a furniture company.
Did you?
Yeah.
What made you do that?
Oh, I was mad. So my missus ordered a bed, right? And at the time it was the crushed velvet stuff. Remember the crushed velvet?
Yeah,
like everyone just went mad for this crushed velvet.
Yeah.
And she ordered the bed, and I went, how much did you give for that? And she said it, and I went, is it any good? She went, well, they look good. Like, I went, all right, wait till it gets here. So I'm expecting it as the geezer's delivering the bed, and I'm going, how much you do me 20 of these beds? And he nearly he was a bit took back. He went, 20? I went, yeah. He went, you have to speak to the boss. I went, okay, put him on the phone. I said, what's the price you do me? And I was bartering with him, and I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I said, I'll give you a driver some money now. I said, start the process. I said, do me 20. He said, okay. So I got them for a good price, but I had them all delivered at my house.
Yeah.
So you think 20 beds at my house? I got them hanging out the garage.
What's your missus say?
She said, go on, go on, do what you got to do. I sold them all. Sold every single one of them on my WhatsApp.
Wow.
Yeah, I just went
20
WhatsApp.
beds.
I popped that, but I set that bed up. I set my own bed up and went, put it on a WhatsApp. I went, anyone want some of these? And they just went ping, double, king, boom, boom, boom. Can I get it in this, that, da, 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 and sold them all. And that's how it started. And then my father-in-law, father-in-law is like, where do I start with him? Oh, mate, I am a lot. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I am a lot. He's
It's nice to have someone like that. Though.
Give me 2 seconds of your time. Just want to say again a massive thank you. Please listen to this message. It's really important to me. And I know it affects so many people. Thank you. My experience with ADHD is real. and it's affecting thousands of children across the UK every day. But too often our schools overlook the signs, labelling kids destructive, lazy or unmotivated. The truth, these students aren't failing, the system's failing them. We need to be vigilant. Teachers, parents and leaders must recognise the signs, offer support and fight for every child's right to learn in a way that works for them. Because when the schools ignore ADHD, we're not just letting the kids down, we're holding them back. Let's do
He's
that.
like my best mate, do you know what I mean? And
amazing.
he come along and he got a sniff of it and he went, "What's going on here?" He said, I was only young, he went, you need a van and that to deliver them and you need this and that. And I went, "Go on, what are you getting at?" And he said, "Oh, do you want me to come in?" I went, "Come on in." Do you know what I mean? So he come on a journey. So he bought us the van, he bought us this. You know, you got to remember, I've got 20 beds sitting on my driveway. I haven't got a Luton van. I haven't got money to go out and do it. I'm still, you know, finding my feet.
Yeah.
And then, he come on board and we was doing Dagenham Market. We used to take really good money over there.
Yeah, I've done
really good money.
Yeah.
Dagenham Market and North Weald.
Yeah.
And we done all right with it. But then that sort of come to a thing. And
Why is that? Do you know why?
yeah, I do know why. Me and my father-in-law was starting to clash and bicker over because partnership, I just believe partnership just don't really work. Like, it does, not in everything. It's different for certain things and things like that. But when you've got a partner wants to drive it to here and you might have a plan to take it round there and you have a disagreement and it always comes down to the bit of my relationship meant so much to me with my father-in-law that I didn't want this to come in the way. And I swear to God, I went, shut this down. I shut what we've built here, shut it down, because me and you are going to have this relationship of being like best mates, like being like joint by the hip every day, like we was like Del Boy and Rodney, and it's going to be ruined over a furniture company. I don't care for it. I said to get rid of it, and that's what I've done.
And that's rare, you know that, don't you? That's very rare to someone to choose that over business. You know, a lot of people would have chose the money over the relationship.
I said shut it down because he meant that much to me. And I think, I don't know if I was having a bad day, I threw a phone at the wall. I don't know what I'd done, and I thought, no, I can't do this. This is going to ruin my relationship with my father-in-law. And he's like me, I look up to him, he's my best mate sort of thing. So I just said, it ain't worth it. So we shut it down. We obviously sold off whatever we sold off, and then we moved on. Then ended up, sounds mad, with another sort of avenue of furniture, and that sort of
on your own?
Yeah, but that happened. That come in sort of COVID time.
Did it?
And it just, I tried to keep it going. I tried to save it, but it just weren't. We had great ideas. I had people out in Dubai that wanted maybe us to supply and to build their hotels for all their furniture, because we was doing some beautiful furniture, all nailed and dowed, bespoke stuff. So I ended up going out to Dubai, but nothing materialised. Sometimes you have to go on certain trips or do certain things.
You do.
And you might invest into whatever and it doesn't come off. You just that's the trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I don't think you'll meet any business person that has said everything I've ever done, I've made it.
Yeah, but look at what you. 2 seconds a minute, right? Look at what you're saying about me, but look at what you've done.
Yeah.
Look at what you've done and what you've come from, and you're successful. You know what I mean? So like, hats off to you as well, Peter.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. The brain doesn't stop.
No, it doesn't stop.
And that's exactly like what you just said, is that not everything works out.
No.
But you said at the beginning, you have that, which a lot of people need. They don't have, is that work ethic.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
No, it definitely ain't sunshines and rainbows. But you have that determination and work ethic, right? That goes hand in hand with where you are today. And I think that you're going to try things that sometimes fail, but it doesn't set you back, right?
100%, yeah, definitely.
That's what I'd say to all people that are listening and the kids that are listening. And I was just listening to you and one of your customers, and it's amazing because there's kids that are going to come in here that have got outside problems, and you put their energy into this.
That's what I was saying. That the man who just come in there for his son, and his son's struggling with whatever else and that. And the fact is that I can change it. Like I can change that. Like I've had kids coming here with their parents pulling me to the side saying, "Can I have a speak with you private?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." And they tell me, and I'm like, "I can fix that. I can fix that."
It's
like,
relatable.
Like, leave that with me. Do you know what I mean? And because for a young kid looking up to someone who owns a boxing gym, so like I've always looked up to Tony Sims. You know, I looked at that, look at him, look at what he's done and achieved in the sport. I've always been around him and watched him. And so like, now another kid's maybe looking at me, not that I'm anything like Tony, looking at me and, you know, a kid the other day said, "Can you sign my T-shirt?" I was like, "You're joking me." I said, "It's a waste of a T-shirt, like, don't do it." And he was like, "No, I really want you to, please, please." I was like, "Oh, it's mad."
Mad.
But the kids do look up to me because of whatever else. And I work at the gym and it's like, it's just like what one mum said to me, "You've changed him. Like, he wants to get up, he wants to go to school, he's got a spring in his step." Like,
which is amazing.
And for me to do that with, like, you know, it's a lovely, it's very rewarding, but it's just a lovely feeling. So like this one here, I can't wait to take that challenge on of trying to help this kid, you know, if he's struggling with school or this or that. Like, I thrive off the challenge, you know.
Yeah, it's very rewarding to be in here with the kids, because obviously you know that a lot of them are usually 90% of them are in here because the outside is difficult for them. And I've been wrapped around boxing pretty much since I was the age of 5, and you know, my family are heavily into boxing, so I can kind of relate to it massively. You know, when things were, you know, especially when I was a kid, you know, things were hard. Boxing was always good, or football. But either sports, it was good for the head.
100%.
But yeah, you can. Yeah, I was just listening, and it was intriguing because it kind of brings a lot back as well. But obviously, so the furniture situation, pandemic. So what happens after that? You finish.
So the pandemic, so obviously I had to, that sort of went under that company.
Yeah.
And then this is where I get onto the story of the gym, I'm sure I do. Yeah, pandemic, So I went from that, a friend of ours offered us a position doing property surveying. And I've always sort of been around a little bit of the building work as well, so I got a little eye in and whatever else. And then I sort of got trained up on that, and I don't know how it fell in. Sometimes things fall in, and I was surveying, like I was property surveying. I was doing really well at it, and I was earning good money. But I was up and down the country. So like, you know, I don't want to be FaceTiming my beautiful wife and my kids. Do you know what I mean?
No,
staying in digs.
Yeah.
Because you have to pay for your own digs.
Yeah, right.
So you're not staying in luxury hotels.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Getting like a la carte and that. It's like, you're in digs, mate, and you're in Birmingham, you're in Manchester. Like, that's the next part where I've missed this bit. So this is the next bit. So turned it into a property surveyor, right? Don't know how I pulled it off. Managed to do it. My first week's work, I'm thinking I've just done a whole week's work up in Birmingham, and the office might turn around and say, "All your information is incorrect. Thank you very much for your time. Drop our tablet back." Yeah. So I'm driving home thinking, am I getting paid? Am I not? And then they ring me and they go, "Hello, Billy, just check your account. We'll just put your money in." He goes, "Really good work there, mate. Welcome on board," sort of thing. I was like, smashed it.
Brilliant.
I smashed it. So I put my mind to it.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, and then it led on. I was doing that for ages.
Oh, was you?
Couple of funny stories up with that property surveying. I'll tell you one, right? I'm up in, what's the estate called in Manchester?
Oh, I stayed next to it.
Bad estate. Yeah. So anyway, you dress smart, blue trousers. I put a little blue, wear a blue coat, whatever. So you look smart, but you might presume yourself as looking like a bailiff as well. I don't know, right? So some people, they open the door aggressive. Do you know what I mean? Who are you, like, and all that. Don't ever knock at my door again. I'll smash your face in. Shit like that.
Yeah.
And I remember once I was doing a survey at a block of flats on my own, just minding my own business like that. And this geezer rides up to me on a pedal bike so fast. And as I've clocked him, he's like hit the brakes like whiskers away from me. Do you know what I mean? He was snapped me in half. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, and then he's like, and he's just trying to like, right, have a go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, doing a survey, mate. Yeah, I'll move from my house and this and that. And then he's gone into his house to get a weapon. So I've ended up putting my name tag thing in my coat, ready to smoke him and get out of wherever I was. Do you know what I mean? And I said, look, like, I'm not just a normal surveyor. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to have a bully up with me today. So like, it's not happening. And then I ended up finding the fella's address, and I said, no problem, I'll just put it into your landlord. How you've just behaved, because I think I had to approach his house to go in there to do a survey, and he refused it. Right. And as soon as I said I'll work on behalf of the house that he rents, do you know what I mean? Yeah. He started changing his tune a little bit, but I had many run-ins in that surveying, because you're going up to people's personal homes.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? So,
was it council based?
Yeah, some of them are rough.
Yeah, I've been into a lot.
And sometimes this is a bit cheeky, really, but I used to knock and say updates on the kitchen and bathroom. Yeah. I used to just let you straight in. Do you know what I mean? Because if you have to be refused, so the job is to see how old the kitchen is, to see if there's any damp and mould. Okay. To see, if there's asbestos. To see if this needs changing, that needs changing. Yeah. But if you had to come back, it was headache. You just want to open all the doors. Yeah. Because then you're earning more money.
Yeah, of course.
So sometimes.
So was it literally the more you do, the more money you earn?
Yeah. Okay. So then sometimes I used to use the one, oh no, you can't come in a minute. Well, look, if I might not be able to come back for a little while, and it's, you might potentially get a new kitchen and bathroom. Yeah. It's not a lie. No. But there's a likelihood that their bathrooms are right or whatever, and then they started opening the doors.
Of course they do.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. And they get something for nothing.
Yeah, and I was doing all right, to be fair. And then from the surveying, this is the next part. This is where the gym come in. A friend of mine, Mark Potter, who sadly passed away, down to cancer. He said to me, I need a gym. I want a nice gym. He was working out of a little box shed gym around the back of a set of shops. And I said, don't you want to expand yourself? Don't you? I said, like, you're Mark Potter, like, you've been in a pro circuit and he's had some decent fights. I said, like, you need a proper base, mate. But yeah, I know. Anyway, this is where I come into the story about the American man. Yes. Which is absolute madness, because you said to me earlier,
I know him.
That you know him.
Well, I don't want to say I know him, but I do know him. I do know him.
I'm telling you
I can't believe this.
This is mad. So when I was saying to you earlier about who used to have this gym previous, and then I mentioned American man and a man called Tony, you was like, oh my God, I know who he is.
I know who he is.
So obviously he's been doing the rounds, hasn't he? And he's obviously and he's found himself in Ongar. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, crazy. But so this is what happened. A mate of mine drives past the gym. I'm not looking for a gym. I thought I'd keep my eyes out for Mark. I'm not interested. I'll stick with my surveying. And yeah, he drove past the gym and seen that Tony getting taken by, he said it was Interpol, right? So they've like, they're different from police, right? So he just said to me, Bill, I don't know what's gone on with that geezer, but just to let you know, mate, like, if you want to have a look at that gym, like, he's not coming back. Do you know what I mean? So at first, you don't know what to think at first, do you?
No, of course you don't.
I'm thinking, maybe like, I don't know, like whatever. Yeah. But I'm thinking, I can get this gym for Mark. And then I've rung Mark, and Mark went, mate, sounds good to me. He goes like, I'll come down next week. But the thing is with me being that I'm a today man. Yeah. I'm like, let's rip it out now. Let's get the rubbish trucks now. Do this, like, I want to hit it in the morning. Yeah. I want to write down what I've got to do, boom, that's how I am. And I think that's a good way to be, because sometimes you can miss the opportunity. You can miss, you know, that shit might sell, things like that. So like, act quick, you know, have the vision in your head and go for it. And then he was just too laid back. So I called my father-in-law up and I said, I need your advice. I ask him advice on everything. He's always been there for me. He's a very clever man. And I said, come down and have a look at this. So he went, okay. So he's come down, we've opened the door, and I've opened it, it was just full of clutter. I don't know how this man done this gym. And it was people in here, there was a few people in here training and whatever else. It wasn't running as a business.
No.
But he managed to do it, but it just looked like it was made out of, I don't know, a very low budget. Yeah, it was a shit. You had one ring, I think, of scaffold poles and rope everywhere, red lights. It literally looked like a brothel. Do you know what I mean? Not that I know what one looks like.
No.
I've seen them on the telly. but yeah, like, and I just stood back and Todd went, don't be giving this to Mark. He went, this is written. This is written for you. Do you know what I mean? He said, this is written for you. And I went, no. I said, I don't like. I still didn't want it. Do you know what I mean? And he said, no, this is, you're made for this. He went, go for this. And that was it.
That was it.
I went upstairs, negotiated, whatever, and here I am today.
Amazing.
Obviously, like, don't want to go too heavy on the other fella, but it's not damaging for me anyway, for my gym. But the man who had this gym before was on the run for 18 years from Texas in America or whatever. How mad's this, which you don't know this, so when I spoke to you earlier, I told you this. So when I was ripping the gym out, and I've sort of signed for the gym, I'm finding passports all over the gym, hidden, with his face on.
Shut up.
Yeah, but so his face with all different names.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, mate, this man is a bad man. Like, it made me go cold. Because if you find 4 passports,
you know he's a wrong 'un.
You know he's a wrong 'un. Is he a paedophile? Is he a serial killer?
Yeah.
Is he? You don't know.
He's robber. He could be anything.
Or combat, whatever. Yeah. But to have 4 passports, I was like, shit. Then the alarm bells went. I'm thinking, this is, I don't know what's going on here. Da, da, da. Anyway, when he got nicked, this man left his daughter here in the building. She was up in the building.
Right.
And not a lot of people know this story. No. Right, I'm obviously saying it now. So she kept coming down to the gym. And I still don't know what your dad's been nicked for, but you keep coming in the gym. It's not your dad's gym anymore. It's mine. Do you know what I mean? So like, whatever you need to get of your dad's, get and sort of don't come back in the nicest way. Yeah. But obviously there was things in here that he was telling her, I need you to, get that. It's obviously the hidden passports.
Wow.
Like, it was thingy, and he might have had other things in there, I don't know. So then it come out, because at the time, MTK was looking for a facility to train there, do some schooling or whatever else. They looked at a few gyms, and when they see this, because we have upstairs as well, we have a big theatre upstairs.
Right, okay. And
they was like, mate, we want to do something with you. Anyway, that never happened. But when it come out about this, Tony he's been found in Ongar, Essex, down in the basement gym of Zinc. I'm like, shit, this is damaging for me.
Yeah,
because it's come out that he's a nonce. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now I wish I would have pulled the geezer's eyes out.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he nonce a young kid. Like, and I've been in that man's company.
Yeah, me too.
It made me feel cold.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. Like, I don't think I slept properly. I was like, mate, I can't believe I've been around that man. Like, and he's done what he's done. Anyway, he extradited him home, and it come out with all the spill. But we called a big, massive meeting up here. Everyone was in floods of tears.
I bet they were.
And the daughter sat there with no emotion at all. that tells me that she knew. Because
How old was she?
15, 16.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds of your time. Again, thank you for your help. This really makes a big difference and truly can't be done without you. I've been overwhelmed by the support given so far. Please, if I can ask one thing, is to follow and share. We all know mental health is a massive part in all of our lives, and I know most of you have probably had to deal with it in your own lives. I just wanted to reach out to you, the audience, to make sure we all have a part to play in the following state. Grief and pain are heavy, and sometimes it feels like you're on your own, but you're not. If you're struggling, please know there are people out there that care and want to listen. Opening up isn't easy, but talking can help. You really matter. Your feelings matter. Reach out, whether it's a friend, a family, or a support line. Let's break the silence around mental health. You're not alone, and together we can get through this. I would also like to add, think about what you say to others, because it can truly have an effect on their well-being. Social media platforms must do better to protect the vulnerability of people's mental health. If you can take anything out of today, please, please be better. It's nice to be nice. Thank you.
Maybe, I might be wrong, maybe, around that age. To sit there in a big circle of everyone to bring it up that he's been in this building, he's just come out on the news, this is big. You know, there's going to be media, there's going to be people that are going to want to be telling stories, and you're still sitting here as his daughter, and you're sitting there not giving a shit. The people were in floods of tears, I'm in absolute utter shock.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there like, I don't give a fuck.
Where was that? Where was the wife?
Don't know. They must have come over together. I don't know. They must have come over together.
Yeah.
So I pulled the CEO here and I said, look, this is chilling. You need to get her gone out of this building. You need to get her on a flight. You need to send her back to America. I don't want her around it.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
That's how heavy it was.
That's heavy, isn't it? It's not a nice story at all.
No, it's not a nice story. And then I was thinking, it's got that name to it now. That's where the ex-nonce was.
Yeah,
because it's come out on the news. And I'm thinking, no, what have I done? But it never affected it because people come for me.
People come for people, right?
Yeah, and people come,
And how did you come up with the TW1? So what's
Oh, that's mad. So the name TW1 is obviously the wild one.
Yeah.
But it's also a postcode for Twickenham. Right. So when I come up with the TW1, it was coming up Twickenham postcode.
Yeah.
So I had some people used to say to me, "What is the gym in Twickenham?" I'm like, no, it's in Ongar. So I was down at Tony Sims's gym. I cut it short, jumped in and had some sparring, and with somebody who, I won't mention his name anyway, he's punched me out in the ring.
Yeah.
And I'm laying on the floor. And Tony went, oh, that was a bit heavy, like da-da-da-da. And I went, no, Tony, don't worry, mate, chuck me back in.
Yeah.
So sort of just literally, fell out and then pinged me straight back in sort of thing. And then they went, I'll call you Wild Bill. Do you know what I mean? And that's how it started. That's how I got the name Wild Bill from Tony's old gym.
Right.
From a friend of mine. And then that's how the name sort of come about. And then we sort of tweaked it and went the Wild one instead of Wild Bill and whatever else.
And how long did it take you to renovate it? Because it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Has it been an ongoing situation?
No, this wasn't. So this has just been sort of recently done.
Has it?
Yeah. So obviously we never had the sauna, the steam, the ice bath, and sort of the decor, we've changed it up a bit.
And you changed it to a membership, right?
Yeah, membership only gym. So
which is amazing.
Yeah, so you can't come to the gym unless you're a member, or you can pay a day pass.
Right.
But if you're using it 3-4 times a week,
there's no point.
There's no point doing a day pass. No. You might as well be a member.
Yeah.
And get the full use of the facilities.
Which is, and I've had a walk around and it's impressive, Bill. It really is impressive.
Yeah, it's been a long, hard road. You know what I mean? And it ain't been easy.
No.
It's been very stressful, and you don't earn a great deal out of boxing gyms.
No.
You really don't. So you've got to earn as much as you can. You know, I'm a provider at the end of the day. I provide for my family. And that's what my job is to do.
Yeah.
Is to go to work and provide for my children, for them to look up to me when I'm older, hopefully. And this maybe might have a chain of gyms, 1, 2, 3, 4, who knows. And something that I can know that I built, and something for my kids to say, that's daddy's that, or do you know what I mean? Just sort of saying that
I do know
you know, I think they're proud of this anyway, just this one gym.
They should be. It's unbelievable.
But it's I just want to do good for them, and the missus, and just, you know.
Yes, you drive, right?
That's my drive.
That's your drive. Your family's your drive.
My family.
Your family's your drive, and you've always been you've had that work ethic from the day one. You weren't meant for school. Like myself, my drive is my family. I'd have still been floating around in a van with some other fire protection on the side of it because I wouldn't have had the dream. Because as soon as I met my wife, my drive was my wife, my family, my kids. So I grew something. You know, that was my. You know, I never had a family really. You know, it's the stability. I never had stability until I met my wife. You know,
Mate,
so
if I didn't have her behind me,
exactly,
I wouldn't be where I am today.
No,
you know? and I really mean that.
That's a nice.
And also to add, like, everyone bickers, everyone has their arguments, but like, just I watch her, like how she parents my children, and I just think, wow, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanna do good for her. I wanna do good for the kids, and I do feel very grateful. Do you know what I mean?
That's good, mate.
I've got what I've got, and it's. I've been with my missus nearly 20 years. Do you know what I mean? Old and sweetheart, and it's a long time, and we're still, you know, inseparable. So,
and that helps with this, doesn't it? It keeps clarity. You know, things are all right at home. Business is easy.
Yeah.
I always say that to my wife, to be fair. I can deal with anything on the outside world as long as we're all right. Yeah. You know, and the family's all right, the kids are all right.
100%.
Yeah, I could always deal with that. Yeah. I say that to her all the time. Yeah. We're all right, I'm all right. I can deal with all that, the rest of it, nothing matters.
Yeah, 100%.
I think you know, looking around and what you've achieved and where you're heading, it's pretty impressive, mate. And
thank you.
I don't get blown away too much, but I walked in, I'm blown away by it. And the sponsors that you've got as well has been pretty impressive. We talked about that off air, didn't we? And you know, I know a few of them, and to get them because they believe in you, which is big.
Yeah, you build them over time, sort of thing. But I do look at them and I think, like, you know, I'm very lucky, and I don't mean to put any other gyms down, but like, I don't see as many sponsors as these in a gym. And this isn't a massive gym either. This is a small gym, so I must be doing something right for people to want to. I couldn't fit anyone else on here if I tried. Like, the ring is completely covered, so yeah, it is an achievement in itself, you know. Yeah,
I think, again, going back to that statement that people believe in people.
Yeah.
So they believe in you. The sponsors believe in you, you know, they want to help you. You should be proud of that. You should look at that side of it and go, you know, people do believe in what I'm doing here. And it isn't just about boxing, it's about helping, it's about mental health, it's about all the stuff that comes with it. We all know.
100%, mate. 100%. If we can, I'm strong about the mental health stuff. So, like, if there's someone out there struggling and we could change that for them, or, you know, or, you know, people think it's too late and they take their own lives. It's, you know, I've had friends that have taken lives and things like that, and it's a real dark thing to think that someone's going through that. So if we can do these little 5K runs, or just shout out to say, listen, come in and get involved in this and that, and, you know, just reaching out so they've got somewhere to go or somewhere to call out to.
I agree. It's the best place for them.
Yeah.
And then I've recently lost someone a few weeks ago to it, and you know, it's present. And I think we all know somebody or someone that's lost someone to mental health, or struggles with it. I think we all struggle with it. I don't think there's a person that I've never met that doesn't have some sort of mental health issue. We all have demons. We all have places that we go and we don't like.
100%.
But being in a gym, being on a football pitch, being in a sport is massive. So I think you know, I keep saying that every podcast, and I'll keep saying it. You know, especially with men don't like talking about it because it's, you know, too proud, or you're too
Yeah.
I'm a man, I can't talk about it because, I'm a geezer. But
Yeah,
the reality is we all can talk about it.
Yeah, 100%. We can all talk about it. It's okay to reach out, That's
I agree.
But some people don't. And
No, they don't, mate.
That's how it ends up, and it's so sad, you know what I mean?
They don't. So let's just say you're looking back 20 years now, like when you were a lot younger. If you're looking at yourself, what would you tell yourself then that you know now?
What would I tell myself?
Then?
What, when I was fat, 13?
Yeah.
I would have been
13? 13, maybe let's say 16, because I think it's a different.
16.
Yeah, when you're leaving school, what would you tell yourself
What would
now?
I tell myself now from what I've gone through?
Yeah, what you've learned. What's the best lesson for the youngsters?
The best lesson for the youngsters is just treat someone how you would like to be treated, because manners cost nothing. That's a really important thing.
Agree.
And then then if you've got that bit of respect there for, another person, then you can get off the back of that. You can get people skills.
Yeah.
And then with people skills, if you have people skills and and you've got them, then you'll always be all right. That's how I feel. Like you'll always be all right in business if you can talk.
Yeah.
If you can talk, if you can.
I agree.
Some people say, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
And give it the blah blah.
That's not me.
No, but it's like, I'd say like just treat someone how you would want to be treated.
Agree.
And anything that, anything is possible, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like when I remember when I was younger, I wanted to be, I wanted to be a footballer. All right, that never happened. But I'm just saying, like, you all dream of something, and you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Like, I didn't ever think I'd achieve this, what I've done, and I have, and and this is. I feel like this is just the start for me. I'm not. I want to grow into something else. I want to branch out. Maybe I want to, and you just be put in mind to anything. Anything is possible.
Yeah. And I think this sport is all about respect.
Yeah, it is.
You can be a thug on the outside, but as soon as you step in this ring,
this is an art.
This is an art.
This is an art.
And anyone that doesn't understand boxing, you get in this ring, you're on your own. Yeah. You might have your corner man, or you might have your coach in the corner, but you're on your own. And to learn discipline and respect to the opponent is nothing like the outside world. I see it a lot in football. You get these idiots that want to fight you on a pitch, and because they got another 10 men behind them. But you get them in a ring, they'd probably go missing. So 100%. I think people don't realise how hard this sport is on the body and the soul, the mind, and the discipline. And I think that comes from, like you said earlier, it's the respect, and treat people as you want to be treated. Yeah. I'm a big advocate for that. I can't talk about that enough. I'm too transparent in my life. I tell anyone the truth, and that's the truth. It's got to be that way. Yeah. For me, that's the way it is.
It's got to be,
in business, I'm exactly the same. That's how it is. I'm sorry, but that is the way it is. So I respect that. I really respect that, and I think the kids, anyone that wants to get into one, boxing, and two, owning a gym, is you're right. Treat people as you want to be treated. 100%. I think it's a big thing, Bill. I think it's really big, and I think going into your future. So you want to branch out a bit?
Maybe.
As a coach?
I don't really know, like what's next to come. Maybe I would like to grow this, the name and things like that. But at this present moment, it is stressful though. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when I think about the idea of branching out, I just sat here now and thought, oh no.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
I do.
I can't be two places.
No, you can't. And then it dilutes because you can't be in two places in one.
So
we talk about it a bit.
That's why I sort of went a bit thingy there, but
no, that's fine. So maybe just a bit standstill. Let's get this place where you want it. We're pretty much there in it. I mean, it's like I said.
Yeah. I do. I have got other things on the sides that I do. Like I have a couple of little companies that I work off, percentages and things like that, and I try and keep busy with that as well. But mate. Listen, we're both very blessed.
Yeah.
We've got beautiful families.
Yeah.
We've got.
That's the one.
You know, like that's rich in itself, mate. You know.
Exactly that. Look, I appreciate your time, and I really do. I know you're busy in that, and
thank you for
I think
down,
the lesson from you is don't stop trying, right?
Don't stop trying.
Nah, just keep punching.
That's the motto. That is the motto.
Yeah.
Stop trying.
That's it.
Like the work ethic in me.
Yeah.
Is Monday to Saturday, no days off.
No.
I don't do Monday to Sunday. That Sunday is rest day.
Yeah.
It's roast dinner day. It's football day.
Nice.
It's with the children. It's my favourite day of the week.
Yeah.
Don't want anyone disturbing me. Don't want anyone ringing me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just let me have that day off. And then Monday to Saturday's business.
Yeah, love that.
Do you know what I mean? And that is the motto. Just
love it.
Don't stop trying, man.
No, I love it. I appreciate it, mate. And I appreciate
Thank you so much, man.
You're a gentleman.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Cheers, pal.
Cheers, Peter. Thank you, mate.
This episode of Underdog to Owner is sponsored by Romax Solution. If you're a construction business and you know growth brings a new challenge, finding the right people to keep the projects moving, one missing tradesperson can slow the entire site down. That's where Romax Solutions come in. Romax Solutions is a UK trade and labour agency supplying skilled trades and reliable labour to construction companies that need to scale quickly, fill urgent gaps or support busy projects. So instead of stressing about staffing, you can focus on delivering the job. If you need dependable workers on site, visit romaxsolutions.co.uk to learn more. Romax Solutions, helping construction businesses build, grow and deliver. Thanks. I would just like to add, Danny, who is the founder of Romax, has supported me through my new journey, and I just wanted to say a massive thank you, not only for the sponsor, but for always being you. If you give me 2 seconds of your time, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Bill. He was truly inspirational and I really appreciate him letting me inside his gym. I totally understand his vision and his passion for the sport. Thank you, Bill. And to you, the listeners, thank you for following me so far. This journey would not be possible without you. Please do leave a comment in my social media page or on YouTube. Your support means everything to me, and without you, this would not be possible. Thank you.